Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from Group 6. My name is Intan Kumalasari, and then my friends Yumna Royhana, Adita Sindiana Putri, and the last Auliana Rahmah Pertiwi. Now we are going to present about narrative inquiry. Narrative inquiry is a way of understanding and inquiring into experience through a collaboration between researcher and participants over time in a place or series of places and in social interaction with milieux. Research focuses on stories or spoken or written told by individuals about their lives. The researcher emphasizes sequence and chronology and collaborative restoring process.
Kinds of narrative inquiry. In a biographical study, the researcher writes and records the experience of another. An autobiography is written by the individual. A life history, life story, or life narrative in the portrayal of an entire life, whereas a personal experience story focuses on a single episode or multiple episodes. An oral history recounts personal reflection of events and their causes and effect. Narrative analysis is categorized based on who was the author, whose perspective is presented. Narrative analysis may be approached through a biographical lens and psychological lens or a linguistic lens. Narrative research has been claimed to be the best qualitative approach. The researcher gathers multiple types of stories. Three common places of narrative inquiry: temporality, sociality, and place, specific dimension of an inquiry, and serves as a conceptual framework.
Challenge of using narrative inquiry is in managing the story. A further challenge is the way in which researchers present themselves in data. Pros of narrative inquiry. A. It's relatively easy to get people to tell stories. B. Gaining in-depth data or thick description is possible. C. It is possible to gain in-depth meaning and reflection. D. People tend not to hydrate when telling their story. And then, the cons of narrative inquiry is 1. Stories can be difficult to interpret in terms. Second, decision need to be made about whose story it and how it is interpreted and reinterpreted. The third, it is often difficult to decide the relationship between the narrative account, the interpretation, and the retold story. The last, the negotiation of data, interpretation, and presentation of data. Analysis of thesis, the learning speaking skills strategies in my personal experience. A narrative inquiry by Nila Kartika Putri. Background. Researchers focus on researching learning strategies to speak English and even the juga will be researchers autobiographies. Problem of the study, the risks in the constructing the narrative, intersubjective smoothing, and external constraints.
Okay, the next analysis of thesis, the learning speaking skill strategy in my personal experience, a narrative inquiry by Nila Kartika Putri. Key terms. The terms applied in the study are learning L2 strategy, narrative inquiry, and Islamic boarding school or pesantren. Research design adopt narrative inquiry as the approach as qualitative research The researcher used human research instruments, specifically self-reflection from researcher's autobiography. Research instrument use human research instrument, specifically self-reflection from researcher autobiography, frameworks, through mechanism and technique for narrative research methodology. Okay, I think that's all from our groups, and we're so sorry if we have mistake. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.